Using an elastic bobbin thread for gathering is quickly becoming one of my favorite go-to methods for delicate fabrics such as knits and tulle. I also find it works really well for trims such as ribbons and laces. Because the elastic does the work of spreading out the gathers for you, there's no need to worry about fraying the seam allowances or trying to keep slippery, fussy fabrics from shifting and bunching up. The elastic also makes it easy to adjust the gathers on stretchy fabrics while keeping the gathers evenly spaced. To gather with an elastic bobbin thread, all the supplies you'll need are elastic thread, a seam ripper, and a hot steam iron. Elastic thread can be purchased at any fabric store and is usually located with the elastics, not thread. There are a few tricks to using elastic thread that need to be followed in order for this method to work, so be sure to watch closely. Also, elastic thread can only be used in the bobbin. It is too thick and stretchy to run easily through all the tension points for a top thread and will only get bound up and break your needle or even break your machine. You can wind your bobbin with elastic thread by hand or by machine. To wind by hand, take your spool of thread and drop it in a cup. This will allow the thread to pull evenly without the spool bouncing all over the place. Then secure the thread to your bobbin as you normally would. In this case, I'm just threading it through the hole in the top here and holding it with my thumb, and start winding. Oops. In the spirit of Goldilocks, not too tight and not too loose. And you can kind of change directions here as you need to. If you wind the bobbin thread too loosely, it will sew unevenly. And if you wind it too tightly, it will tend to want to come undone on the bobbin like a clock unwinding. So just keep winding until you fill up your bobbin. Simply go for about the same tension that is on the spool of thread, erring on the side of slightly tighter than slightly looser. And then just keep winding until you've filled up your bobbin. As long as you don't use the tension point for your bobbin winder, you can also wind your elastic thread on your bobbin by machine. Place your spool of elastic thread on your bobbin spindle to hold it in place. And keep it loose so that it can move around freely. And then thread it onto your bobbin as you would with any other thread, and place it on the bobbin winder and push it in to engage it. Now hold the one end with your fingers until you start winding, and then hold the thread between your finger and thumb. Start slowly, don't go too fast, and thread it evenly up and down. You want to keep enough tension on there so that it's not too loose, but not too tight either. So just kind of play around with that. Again, you want to err on the side of being just a little bit too tight rather than a little bit too loose. When your bobbin is full, just clip off that end and cut the thread, and you have a nicely wound spool of elastic bobbin thread. Thread the top of your machine as you normally would. However, if you plan to remove the gathering stitches when you're finished, I suggest using a different color thread to make it easier to differentiate between the gathering stitches and the permanent stitches. The bobbin tension is what creates the gathers in this technique, so it is very important that you load your bobbin properly. For a bottom loading bobbin, insert the bobbin as you would and draw up the thread to the top as you would for a standard thread. For a top-loading bobbin like this one, insert the bottom and draw the thread as you normally would, only stopping before you cut the thread at the cutter. And then carefully let go of the bobbin. It's going to spring back a little bit because of the elastic, but that's okay. And then draw up the bobbin thread manually by holding onto your thread and turning the knob and bringing it up. And then just bring the bobbin thread, which is a little boingy, up to the top. Put your plastic cover in place and you should be all set to sew. Before you begin, it's a good idea to test your machine to see how it works with elastic thread. Use a piece of scrap fabric and sew a line of stitches. Backstitch at the beginning and sew all the way to the end, and backstitch again to secure your threads. Lift your needle, lift your presser foot, and then pull this out, being careful to grab where you backstitch to hold the thread so they don't pull out. And then check the lines in back. Now, look at the back of your fabric. You can see in this first example that the elastic bobbin thread is full of little waves. What this tells me is that the bobbin thread is too loose. So I took the bobbin out and rethreaded it to try to get the tension set properly. It looks better in the second example, although you can see that the bobbin thread is still loose because there's still some slight waves going on and there aren't any gathers in the fabric. Also, you can see here the top thread peeks down, and that's what you want to be able to see, because that top thread is all it's supposed to do is hold that elastic flat to the fabric. You can see in this example where the tension is done just right. There are definitely some gathers here, and when I stretch it out flat, you can see how the bobbin thread lays flat against the fabric, being held in place by these upper threads. Now that you have the tension worked out on your bobbin thread, it's time to consider the stitch length you want to use for your project. The rule of thumb to consider is the longer the stitch length, the fuller the gathers. In this example, I used the longest stitch length on my machine, which is 5 millimeters, and it gave me some pretty full gathers. So I'm going to set my machine for 5 again. To make the gathering stitches on a 1/4 inch seam allowance using this method, start at the beginning about 1/8 of an inch from the raw edge. Take a couple of stitches, back stitch to secure, and then continue stitching to the end. When you reach the end, stop. So we don't have to make extra tails of thread here. We can just turn the fabric, take a stitch, lift the presser foot, turn again, and then stitch the other direction. We want to stitch within that 1/4 inch seam allowance, just below the first seam line. A little tricky to sew when you got a camera in the way. When you get to the end again, back stitch a couple of times to secure the thread. Lift your needle, lift your presser foot, and carefully pull. I'd hold on to the back stitch section there to keep these threads from pulling on the gathers. And there you have it. 2 rows of gathering stitches. Now, here's the fun part. When you first look at the gathers made by the elastic thread, it may not look all that impressive, especially if you're looking for much fuller gathers for your project. But we're not finished yet. What you need to do is get your iron, make sure it's full of water, and turn it to its highest setting. And we're going to use the steam from your iron to constrict the threads and make the gathers tighter. So once the iron is hot enough, bring it over the rows of gathering stitches, barely touching the fabric. You don't want to crush the gathers, you just want to steam them really well. So hold it over there and then give it a good burst of steam. And you can see the fabric constricting on the gathers. What happens is the steam constricts the elastic and pulls those gathers nice and tight. Pretty cool, huh? Now we can pin the gathered section to its corresponding piece. If you find that the gathered section is a little bit too long, all you need to do is loosen up the tacked ends of the elastic bobbin stitches with your seam ripper, and then draw the ends as you would when gathering normal threads. Just draw it up and then draw the fullness carefully down the length of the threads, and then pull on the elastic to help spread out the gathers evenly. Once you're satisfied, just check to make sure that you've pulled it in enough. If it's a little bit too short, that's okay, because the flexibility of the elastic will allow you to make adjustments as you sew. If you want to draw the gathers in a little bit more, since you've already pulled on the elastic, you can steam it again to help it constrict further. Now you can pin it in place, right sides together, along the top edge. Start at one edge, and then pin the other end. And if your pattern has any notches or seams that need to be lined up at this point, this is the time to do that. In this case, I'm just going to spread out the gathers by stretching the elastic. I'm going to find the center and pin that in place. And then I'll continue pinning along the edge with plenty of pins to keep those top edges lined up neatly while I'm sewing. Before you sew the final seam on your gathered fabric, be sure to rethread your machine with the proper upper and bobbin threads. We're going to sew this seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Be careful not to catch any of the bobbin threads in your seam line as you sew. Now that you've sewn your final seam, you can remove the gathering stitches. To do so, just undo the tacked end of the bobbin threads at the one end, and then cut the bobbin thread at the other end. Then you can just grab the bobbin thread and give it a pull. Oh, and then the top threads as well. I'll grab that bobbin thread. And once the bobbin threads are out, you can go in between your seam allowances here. Get your upper thread, pull that out, and your gathered section is finished. Now we can turn it over and see what it looks like on the other side.